From New York City, it's the Wendy Williams Show.
Okay, got a lot to talk about. Let's get started. It's time for Hot Topics. Come on. Today's a big day here at Wendy. It's day one of our holiday gift grab. We've got lots of gifts for you at home and you in the audience and a lot. Oh, by the way, if you're in a nursing home, you can win. I read a comment from a few older people. If you're in a nursing home and you have a credit card and you have a phone, that's the only thing. Or you're in a hospital, so we're not leaving you guys out either. Anyway, to enter, go to wendyshow.com. Thank you. So, Kevin Hart dropped out of hosting the Oscars. Who pegged it? The Academy wanted him to apologize for some past homophobic tweets, and here's how he responded.
Got a call from the Academy, and that call basically said, Kevin, apologize for your tweets of old, or we're going to have to move on and find another host. Talking about the tweets from 2009, 2010. I chose to pass. I passed on the apology. The reason why I passed is because I've addressed this several times. This is not the first time this has come up. I've addressed it. I've spoken on it. I've said where the rights and wrongs were. I've said who I am now versus who I was then. I've done it. I've done it. I'm not going to continue to go back and tap into the days of old when I moved on and I'm in a completely different space in my life. We feed in the internet trolls and we reward them. I'm not going to do it, man. I'm going to be me. I'm going to stand my ground.
Well, I appreciated him standing his ground, but he should have apologized to the LGBT community after he quit the show, because not everybody knew about, you know, what you said years ago on Twitter. What they know about is this fresh stuff, so we needed a fresh apology, I would imagine. Should he have apologized? Yes. Yeah, But if that's the way he feels, then that's the way he feels. He did not apologize. I predicted this. You know, he could get booed, you know, by the LGBT community. He could get protested all outside. He can't walk the red carpet. He can't, I mean, like, he's gonna be the most haunted man and distraction of the night. Why do they even have hosts at the Oscars? Like, why bother? You get some nice voiceover person with a nice voice from backstage and they announce, you know, each person. Look, he could have used the platform for good, maybe go out there and apologize on stage, but then what would that have done? I explained. Protest and boos and uncomfortableness. No. And I don't know who should host. No host. But here is my dynamic prediction. I said it many years ago, or last week, right when he got it. Do we have my prediction of Kevin Hart? Oh.
No, no, we do not have that.
Oh.
No.
Oh. Well, anyway, warning people too young. You know, first of all, he was younger then. But everything that you post will come back to haunt you. This goes for you all generations, you guys generations, you know, the Offsets and the Nick Cannons and the Miley Cyrus and whatnot. This is gonna come back to haunt you. It always does. They're searching. They're searching. How terrible. So Michelle Williams split from her fiancé, Chad. They were engaged for 9 months. They were together for a year prior. Now, you know they have the baby. They don't have a baby?
They were, no, they were celibate. They didn't even have sex.
Okay, celibate. All right, well, she says things didn't work out. Hashtag fearless. Which, by the way, is the name of her new song, Fearless. It's gospel-y. Well, I did predict this. Honey, this ain't gonna work. Only because I look at this guy and I see this guy who entered her life. He knew exactly who she was from Destiny's Child. She will always be attached to that. And so something will always open up for her, Michelle. He was in it for the look and a paycheck. And now he's entered into the elite dating world of dating elite people. Like, he doesn't have to troll the internet for girlfriends. You know, he can go into any R&B party or whatever, if he plays it right, any R&B party or whoever he wants to date, he's gotten exactly what I thought he came for. And I'm right again. And I don't even want to talk about the whole celibacy thing, because. So, on the reality show, Saturday night, Chad didn't want to set a wedding date. Take a look.
I love you, and I fear that we won't make it because I will get too tired of trying to be something that I'm not. I don't know who I have to prove things to. I don't know if it's me proving to me or if it's me proving to Chad that I'm worthy of a wedding date. I don't know what it is.
He doesn't want to marry you. He doesn't want to marry you. He wants a clean break. Reality shows and social media broke them up, and that's a fact. And if she could just breathe by shutting down social media, staying off of it, stop sharing your problems with us. You know, when you got with him, you went into a facility for, you know, mental wellness and so on and so forth. When you got out, you know, you started right away going to couples therapy. Don't do interviews. Keep your business out of people's business. And you know, it might make your social media suffer, but what's better? You suffer or it suffer? Yeah. So Miley Cyrus's mother says that she's responsible for getting her to smoke weed again. Well, listen. Miley told The Sun that she smokes every day now when her mother's with her. Her mother's 51, Tish. She doesn't smoke when she's working because she wants to focus on work. She says that smoking at work makes her dumb and lazy. She's got to focus and be laser sharp. But in her downtime, she smokes. Probably the best stuff, too. What do I think? That was the old Miley. Personally speaking, I would not, this would not be my choice for me personally. But for Tish and Miley, they're already like mother, daughter, best friends. you know, why not? If it's good for them, you know, and only okay if no one's there. No chef, no cameraman, no security, like a day at home, just the two of you, chill out and smoke. I don't mind this, actually. I think that the drop-offs could be at Tish's house, right? Because, you know, that's a given, you know, Miley and her father and Tish, everybody's, you know, so drop off at Tish, then Tish, you bring the goods. And keep the windows closed. Kourtney Kardashian posted a photo. It was meant to be funny, but not everyone's laughing. The caption is co-parenting. So there she is with Scott and the little girl, and she's trying to make, I think, Sophia Richie jealous and insecure. Well, Sophia is 20. It's not that difficult to make a 20-year-old insecure. I don't think that this is appropriate. You know, he's on the bed, she's posing. She jumped in that costume because people are complaining that she's not sexy on the show. So she jumped into this. Then clearly she had a camera over here or somebody take the picture. And then who knows what happens afterwards. And I don't want to see this. Like, take that off social media. Take that off social media. Work on your interior design project. Like, work more on that. Focus, focus, focus. And the children's clothes. So this R&B singer, Jacquees, we know him, he's a friend to the show. He gave his mother $100,000 for, on her wedding day. Just splashed it out just like that. There we go. There we go. Yeah. Of course, put it on social media. Why wouldn't he? So speaking of Jacquees, you know, he's claimed to be, over the weekend, the king of R&B. Take a look.
I just want to let everybody know that I'm the king of R&B right now, for this generation. I understand who done came and who done did that and that and that, but now it's my turn. Jacquees, the king of R&B. I just heard him say it, and I've been feeling like that.
You know, he might feel that way for his generation. You know what I mean? For his generation. The king of R&B, though, will always be, I guess, Michael Jackson. Yeah, well, he's the king. He's the king. And Diana Ross. And Diana Ross. The queen. She's the queen. She's the queen of everything. Like, everyone knows Diana Ross music. But I'd have to give Chris Brown a solid okay. You know, according to Spotify, Chris Brown gets 19.8 million monthly listeners. Okay, Jacquees only gets 3.5 million listeners. So he's trying to amp up his listenership. Let's see if that'll work. It's a cute play. Gucci Mane was asked, though, who he thought was the best rapper. And he gave an honest answer. Here it is.
Best rapper in the world at the moment. 100% me.
Oh, I love it.
Talk that talk, Gucci.
Who doper than me, like, for real? I got a million reasons why I am, but I'm saying, why would somebody else be better?
You feel me?
What they did, who they helped.
Yeah.
What they been through.
Yeah. You know what I'm saying? What's their track record? Do they do what they say?
Why not? You know, he's a good guy. He does help a lot of people around him do what they do and say what they say, and people do love him. So I'll give it to him. All right. But we took a poll here at Wendy, and the top 3 came out to be number 3, Kendrick Lamar, number 2, Jay-Z, and number 1, Drake. Yeah. Tara Reid. She's suing the producers of Sharknado for $100 million. Well, she starred in all 6 Sharknado movies, and she claims that the producers made millions off of licensing her image to a slot machines, she says, without her permission. Yup, there she is. Ian's earring, and then that was Ian sitting in the chair too. But claiming that her contract, in her contract, she couldn't use her face for anything else. So, who read the contract, Tara? I don't really understand. Listen, Tara, what else are you doing? You know, what else is anyone else doing? What else is anyone else doing who's been in these Sharknado movies currently? And I'm sure Ian probably wasn't getting paid so much either. This is you guys' livelihoods. This is what you do. Shoot high for $100 million. Maybe she'll get, you know, 10,000 or something. I don't know. But keep the argument off of social media, please. Keep it off of social media. Ugh. So Matt Barnes had a great week. Well, his child support payments to Gloria Govan have been reduced from $20,000 a month to $7,500 a month. Yeah. It's just what he wanted. It's just what he wanted. It's just what he wanted. His new son was born over the weekend. That's a big baby, 8 ounces, or 8 pounds, 13 ounces, right? The mother is Beverly Johnson's beautiful daughter. Isn't she? Congratulations, it's a good weekend for you. All right, everybody, here's the deal. We've got more great show. Coming up, the inside scoop on the royal drama between Harry and William. So grab a snack and come on back. All right, we're back with the inside scoop. And here to dish is the author of Flip the Script. Say hello to our friend AJ Gibson. AJ!
Hey, Wendy.
What's going on?
The studio looks good.
Thank you.
It's so festive. I have not been in New York during the holidays in about 10 years.
Do you want to go back?
I'm excited to be here.
Thank you.
Yes.
Thank you.
Yeah.
Holiday gift grab and all.
I know.
Yeah.
It's a big day for you. You look very festive, by the way.
Thank you.
Look cute.
Thank you.
Yeah.
So let's talk the talk.
Let's talk the talk.
Okay.
Let's talk about the talk, actually. Wendy, you called this, all right? No shocker here, but a replacement for Julie Chen has been named. The new host of the talk is Carrie-Ann Inaba. Your face says it all. Okay, so she's not beginning just yet. She's going to start in January. She's going to take over hosting duties. She's not going to be leaving ABC's Dancing with the Stars, where you know her as a judge for many, many years now. So she's actually going to be at both networks. Julie quit about 3 months ago after the sexual misconduct allegations against her husband, Les Moonves, who was the chairman of CBS at the time. We're going to talk about that in just a moment. But first, I do want to talk about Carrie-Ann Inaba for a moment. I mean, this is a big deal. This is a big gig. the host of The Talk. I want to know what you feel about this. How do you think she's going to fit in with the girls, or is this a surprise to you at all?
It's not a surprise.
Yeah.
No.
Yeah, well, Julie Chen actually kind of went back for her. Yeah, well, on Julie Chen's last date, if you watch The Talk, she actually went on and she said, I quote, as she was saying goodbye to everyone, she did a pre-taped little bit and didn't actually come in studio during their premiere week to say goodbye to fans. She said, quote, Carrie Ann, I don't know, but in my opinion, you look awful good sitting in that chair, my Asian sister. I'm just saying. I think that was kind of her way of letting not only fans, but her co-hosts know that she's okay with
safe.
this.
She's safe. Safe.
Yeah?
Ugh.
So you're not thrilled about this?
No.
Who would you have rather seen go in that seat? Anybody in particular, or just not her?
Anybody.
Anybody else?
I mean, Carrie Ann is good. She's safe. We're living in some very horrid times right now.
Yeah.
We got to be safe at least for the next 2 years. Safe, and safer.
That makes sense, actually. I understand that, yeah. So on the darker side of the story, though, as I said, Julie Chen did leave because of her husband and the sexual misconduct allegations. This is where the story gets really, really juicy. So right now, he is set to receive $120 million settlements as part of a severance package, right? He was accused by over 12 women of sexual misconduct. And of course, as soon as that happened, CBS launched an investigation, an immediate investigation to find out, what's going on. The chairman of the #1 network on television, whatever, CBS, and all these allegations are coming forth. So they launched an investigation, and just last week, a first draft of that investigation was leaked to the New York Times.
Oh.
It's juicy. There's all kinds of stuff that's coming out now. So these are all allegations. None of this has been confirmed just yet, but this is what this report has inside
Who
of it.
leaked it?
You never ever know who leaked it, right? Like, until you know, you don't really know.
Probably one of his friends.
Yeah, well, yeah. Because, I mean, they don't want to pay him $120 million. Why would they?
No.
So any chance to get this out there and to kind of like, I don't know, paint him in a bad light. But here's what's in the report. So first of all, Les Moonves engaged in sexual misconduct with many, many women. 12 have come forward so far. This report says there are 4 women who were employees of CBS that were engaged in sexual misconduct with him at the time. One woman in particular, this is very, very salacious. One woman in particular was, they reported that she was on call to give oral sex to Les Moonves, the chairman of CBS, at his beckon, whenever he wanted. Yeah, and other employees that were there at the time say that they actually felt that this woman was never reprimanded. She was, basically her job was safe. She wasn't going anywhere because of this deal she had with Les Moonves. Right. Of course, these are all allegations, but he did admit actually to having consensual sexual relations with this woman. So he does admit that it happened in his office. Mm-hmm. But he's saying that it was actually consensual. She's saying that's not the case. The report is saying it's not the case.
This is his office with the double locks and all that stuff.
The double locks, yeah. We've heard all the creepy sort of. So Les Moonves' lawyers just came out with a statement saying that never happened. He never had anybody on payroll for sex. Obviously, they don't want this story to be true. If investigation shows that he did violate the terms of employment, though, like I said, $120 million he's not going to see ever.
All right.
That's a lot of money.
So, and Julie's sticking by him.
Yes. Yeah. So, Julie Chen, this is how this all ties back into the story, she is standing by her man. Mm-hmm. Okay, so those that are around the couple at the time when they got married back in 2004, they call it a bright light. They said that's when he sort of changed. Once he married Julie, he became a better man. And I think there was maybe one allegation after that point, but all these other allegations are before this point in the late 90s, right? So I don't know their relationship. You never know what somebody knows. If she married him in 2004, there could have been a conversation. There could have been an understanding that he's a changed man, he's moved forward, but now all these allegations are coming out. So I'm not sure why she's standing by him, but for now, she's choosing to stand by her man. All right. What do you think about that?
Keep it off social media.
Yeah.
Keep it off social media. Like stop talking.
Stop talking. Well, she's not talking on the talk anymore, but she is still at CBS. She is still the host of Big Brother, which is going to come back next year, which is really interesting to me. I want to know, I have my opinions. Why do you think she would leave, she would take this hard stand at CBS and leave the talk, but stick around for Big Brother?
Because her husband's allowing it. Because he still has some sort of safe skate in the company.
Yeah?
Yeah. Let's talk about Jennifer Hudson.
Okay, yes. So Jennifer Hudson and her baby daddy, they've been in a bit of a dispute now for about a year or so, right? Remember last year, she said that he actually pushed her last November when she was holding their baby, and she said that she felt unsafe. He says that's ridiculous. He filed a counterclaim saying that wasn't the case. So she then backed off and dropped that claim. They're about to go to court. March 11th, I believe, is their court date right now to decide not only who is going to get custody of their child, but who's going to pay who in that situation. Because there's money on both sides of this deal. So I think this one's going to get really messy.
Yeah, she has more money than him.
So, but does that mean will she get custody or will he get custody? And if she does, is she going to still be having to pay him? It's really tricky.
It should be joint custody.
Yeah?
Yeah.
Yeah?
They shouldn't even be going to court about this. This should be such an easy thing. Like, this is what we're gonna do, you know, and let's keep it off social media, you know?
Yeah, yeah. Do we have time to talk about the Royals?
Yes.
Okay, I want to talk about the Royals so bad. So I watch your show religiously. I know you've been talking about how the ladies have been causing a lot of these beefs in the royal family, right? Maybe not so. Yeah, this is good, you guys. So reportedly, Prince Harry is fighting with his brother William, which is causing all the separation. It's not Kate and Meghan necessarily. The brothers might be fighting because apparently back when they met at Kensington Palace for the first time that William ever met Kate, he pulled his brother Harry aside afterwards and said, hey, listen. I know you kind of agree with this. He's like, hey, listen, we don't know that much about this girl. Just maybe pump the brakes a little bit. Just keep your eyes on her. And his brother Harry apparently went, quote, mental is what a source is saying to this reporter.
Wow.
They're saying, though, those close to Harry are saying that he feels that he needs to be very protective of Meghan Markle. He wasn't able to protect his mom and to save her as a child, and he's held on to that his entire life. So he's super, super protective of Meghan now. This is really interesting, though. Meghan may be a little bit more of a diva than we realize. I love her. She's a Southern California girl. I'm a Southern California boy. But she might be a little bit of a diva. She just lost her second assistant in 2 weeks' time.
Oh.
And this is not an assistant that just like came in, like applied online.
No,
She's been with the family for about 2 decades.
Told you, there's something about Meghan.
Yeah?
There's something about Meghan.
What do you think it is?
So I think that she's got him under a trance.
Yeah?
Yeah, and I think that he's doing the right thing by sticking by his woman.
Yeah?
Because now that he's trapped, he can't get a divorce. I mean, he can't get a divorce.
Yeah.
And, you know, moving on with his life would be the best thing. And he and Harry will always, or his brother will always be close.
Yeah.
You know, but it's the women that don't get along.
Yeah, and she actually, I guess Meghan was expecting Kate to sort of take her under her wing when she joined the royal family, and that didn't really happen. But Kate's got 3 kids. Kate's got a lot going on, and when Meghan brought that to Harry
Meghan's got all the attention.
Yes, and she's the new one. She's the new.
And will continue to get all the attention.
Yeah.
She's more exciting.
Yeah.
You know? So what's Meghan's father saying?
So, okay, so Meghan's father, so you know about, okay, I really want to talk about this one because we've heard a lot about Thomas Markle. He's gotten a bad rap. I'm thinking that maybe he's not quite as bad of a guy as we all think that he is. He is now going to reporters again, and he wants to set the record straight on a couple of things. There are a few lies that have been sort of circulating around him through the press, and he says through the royal family since his daughter got married. He wants to straighten up a few of those.
What press did he talk to?
Well, you know, he did the paparazzi photos that came out that were staged, and that kind of gave him a bad name. People were saying that he actually faked his heart attacks and didn't actually have a heart attack. That's not why he missed the wedding. He's got receipts, lots of receipts. Okay, lie number 1, that he faked the heart attack to skip the wedding. Actually, he produced a stack of hospital bills, a hospital discharge letter, and a letter citing heart failure from his doctor. And the doctor, he actually had 2 heart attacks. The doctor called his second heart attack a widowmaker. The guy almost died. That's why he missed the wedding. Lie number 2, ready for this one? More receipts. That he missed Meghan's 2011 wedding to film producer Trevor Engelson in Jamaica, when in actuality, he walked her down the aisle with his ex-wife, Doria, yes, and he has a picture with Meghan just moments before, and he even kept the stub from his plane ticket, from his business class plane ticket.
Oh.
From 2011. That's actually a legit receipt. Like, he's got receipts. The last lie that he wanted to clear up, more receipts here, is that they were never actually close. The press keeps saying they were never that close to begin with. He's saying that's not true. He has over 100 notes from Meghan Markle handwritten to him.
Wow.
Saying, Dad, I love you. I only want to make you proud. I love you to no end.
I like him.
I do too.
I like him. I root for him. I root for him.
You know what's this breaks my heart, Wendy. He's been sending her text messages, and he sees that they go through, which means that her number has not been changed, and they're not getting bounced back, but she's not responding. But he just wants to hear from his daughter.
He's got to get off social media.
Yeah.
They've got to handle this privately.
Again, it's the social media thing.
Yeah, get off social media, Mr. Markle.
Yeah.
All right, thank you so much, everybody. AJ Gibson. For more about these stories, go to wendyshow.com.